Well, this is a closer view of the garden, and I'm out now. This is in December, and what I want to show you, something real simple. We've got these little ditches, and well, the reason we have these is that we can actually drain from the tank. This is the tank that I was showing you from inside, and we've got about 400 fish in there. This is a little fireplace I have outside. I have some fun sometimes just burning leaves and stuff, and I don't cook anything on it right now, but it's just fun thing. That's something Cynthia, that's kind of like an outdoor fireplace, but I don't use it that much. But you can see the leaves. The leaves are piled up, and this came from our yard. This is the backyard on Ward Avenue, 10808 Ward Avenue. Just like I said, it's a little house, but I'm kind of excited about the fish. What I'm checking on right now is the fish. But let me show you. Walk around here. The fish are in there. It looks like I got one dead one, and unfortunately, we had a tank right there by that tree, and we wasn't happy because it was leaking. We think it was leaking in my back neighbor, so we moved it to here. And when we did that, it was a big job, and it's sitting. The other tank that was over there, sitting right over there. But it was a major deal. But what I want to show you, anyway, now the ground is frozen. That's what I wanted to kind of, well, one of the things I need to say, and this is winter time, of course, or well, not winter, but late fall. Now I have a ditch dug. It's already dug, and this ditch right here that's in the garden is going to be my compost ditch. There's some leaves back there and some dirt. Now there's also this other ditch that's coming right out of the sump pump around the basement of the house, and that water comes straight out of it's pumped out periodically, and it just comes down here. We've got it blocked here with some mud, but that's just temporary. But the whole idea is to drain those tanks, and we'll have them lined up right there. We've got one sitting over here. You can see it, and nothing in it. Well, we'll have the garden. We're going to expand the garden. We'll double the size of the garden, and that'll be plenty for Cynthia and I. That size garden, we think. I think. We'll see. But we just do it as time permits, and it's kind of fun. To me, it's fun. Working with the good earth, and Yahuwah, the name that we use instead of Yahweh. We've done quite a bit of study, and what we're gonna do, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm just taking a hole here, and I'm just gonna take the end of this ditch, and I'm gonna actually take the compost, which I'll show you in a few minutes. I'll take the compost, and we're just gonna put it right here in this ditch. We're gonna cover it with maybe some of that soil right there. just cover it up. We might dig it a little deeper, maybe not. But usually I like to have it about a shovel deep. So we'll take some of that out. And then we'll just cover it up with that mud, that dirt. And we'll just gradually just keep going along here throughout the winter. And we'll just keep filling this up gradually, week by week. And we don't know exactly how long it takes, but we've done several strips. Now we have, I think, like maybe 2 ditches that are all covered up over there. You've got this one ditch we're going to leave for irrigation when we drain the tanks. And we're still experimenting with that. Because the fish are so small, they come through the drainage hole. So we're kind of experimenting, but we've got about 400 in that one 300-gallon tank, and we've got it filled up about 2/3, so it's about 200 gallons. We've had some problems with leakage. That's why we had to move it from over here. And but so I'm gonna turn this off and go and put the compost right in the soil. Now that's better, in my opinion, my humble opinion, than putting it, say, over here in a compost pile. And the reason is real simple. Once I put it in there, and all I'm doing is just shoveling it. Once I got the ditch dug, I just shovel it, shovel dirt on it, put leaves on it, and I'm done. I never have to mess with the compost again. And if you put it about a shovel deep, the moles or whatever digs in. Where we have some varmints, some raccoons every now and then come in, and we've got something out here, and they'll smell and sniff around. But if you dig it, put it deep enough. I had a fella on the internet, on Facebook, was saying that's what they used to do when they were young. It's really a good way to do it. Now, you might want to say, well, I don't want to dig a hole, that kind of thing. But really what you're doing is, it's not that difficult to dig that. It doesn't take that long. And you're really turning the ground, you're working the ground gradually, and the ground's going to get hard. So we've already got it dug. So all we have to do is, say if we go over here, that ground is on the surface. It's hard, but you've got enough to put on there, and then some dirt to put on it. And it's not January, it's December, so it's going to get a lot colder. And I'll be doing this when it's well below freezing sometimes. So last year I put some over there in that corner right on the surface and covered it with leaves. That was last year, and I was so impressed with how the compost the worms and all the bacteria and everything in the ground just will turn that to soil. And then gradually we'll have a very rich plot of ground here that we can use for our garden. And the fish waste, what I'm talking about is the poop and the urine, all that stuff's going to drain out of that tank, and we have well water. We put well water in there. We watch the pH. That's what I'm working on right now. It's the pH. And I've got a little bit too alkaline. In other words, really the number's a little bit too high, and the fish want it lower. So I'm working on that right now. Well, let me get to work here, and need both hands, and so I'll sign off for now.